So, this is what it's like to work full time and side hustle to build your business. You make it work and you come live when it's a little late and you're tired and you want to go to bed, but it's time to do work. So, the dependent mindset. Hi, I'm Blana McMurray, mindset coach. Is this doing this? Oh, there's my slide. Okay. Goodness. All right. So, recap really quick. This is going to cover the dependent mindset. But if you are just joining me for the first live training, I just want to refresh your mind and your memory about the importance of your mindset. It is your mind. Some people call it the soul, but it is two parts, your spiritual, the spiritual and it's practical. So you've got your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, and you have to, and I do mean you have to develop this. So you have to put together a strategy for the unconscious part that controls 95% of your life that was set by the age of 8. And also uh, take a hold of your conscious thoughts. I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to talk about dependent mindset here. So, our thoughts and our beliefs actually can control our biology. You can actually heal yourself using your mind. You can reverse depression and serious things in your life now. Proven. Scientists have proven it by how you use your mind. It affects your actual literal biology. Now, your personality is not set. You can change. You can develop yourself into being whatever it is your heart desires that's wholesome because, it is, even though people do it, it is never okay to override somebody else's freedom of choice or will. But you can have what you desire. Your God given desires will never harm anyone else. So you can have what you desire. And your memories and even those experiences that you have, you can revise those now. It's a lot that you can do. So let's get into it. So, who is this for? Well, specifically, this training is for anybody that is building a business while working a 9 to 5 job. Because an entrepreneurial life is going to take a lot of effort to be an entrepreneurial. And unless you have a really rich parents or money left over from, just got money hanging around, if you want to do in 2025, you've got that entrepreneurial bug and you want to build something, you're going to have to get to work doing it. However, you're not going to need to have hustle culture. That's not required anymore. You can utilize your mind to develop yourself, to be able to manage yourself, to be able to get things done. So, if you have a dependent mindset, this is something that you would desire to have. I know the people that I have coached, and worked with that tend to have a mindset that is a dependent mindset. And we'll get more into what that is exactly. But they want to approve of themselves. They want to get rid of the self-loathing and the self-hatred, and they want to have more self-acceptance and actually approve of themselves, and not wish to be someone else or give their power over to someone else. They also want to feel competent to live their own life. They want to be braver. They want to have more courage. And they want to set boundaries and they want to enforce those boundaries. This is like the cry, the call, the inward desire or want of someone that has a dependent mindset. So, what is a dependent mindset? In one word, it is enmeshed. Do you see this picture? How everyone is woven into the other? It's when you tend to rely on others to make decisions for your own self. And you also may struggle with setting goals and achieving goals on your own. You may set goals and achieve goals, but you struggle with doing it by yourself. Here are some common traits that you would see. Here's some real strict dangers of a dependent mindset: being taken advantage of. So people may exploit you easily, and they're exploiting your willingness to yield, your willingness to be agreeable, to comply, to be led. It leads to having a lot of unfair experiences. So if you were to mark some experiences in your life and you feel like you get treated unfairly, well, that's a result of a thinking that leads to behavior, which would be a dependent. And you tend to get disrespect when your mindset is of a dependent nature. You have a lack of self advocacy, have difficulty in expressing your real needs and opinions, and you just get in the way of yourself, and then you get in and standing up for yourself and addressing these things. Behavior. Hello, I was married to a narcissist. I enabled a lot of abusive behavior. I had a dependent mindset, so I'm preaching to myself right here. And it kind of encourages abusive behavior. Abusive people do not want people they got to fight with. They want them nice girls. They want the good girl. And what happens is when you have this tendency to prefer what other people are thinking and feeling, that encourages abusive behavior from partners, friends, family, whatever, whoever's around you picks up on that energy, right? And they take advantage of you. And you sit there stunned, like, I can't believe they just did me that way. Well, yeah. I mean, they take advantage of you. So, that turning the other cheek doesn't always work. Not with the right people. So what else do we have? We've got a lack of self-esteem. So putting others first and neglecting your own desires can contribute to a negative self-image and a lack of confidence. That's facts. Also, difficulty in decision making. It's very important to be able to make decisions because it is your decision is what makes the spiritual laws work. Law of attraction, the law of assumption, the law of one, the law of being. There's so many spiritual laws. It is when you decide is when things take effect. So if you're having difficulty decision making, well, that's going to weaken your ability to make personal choices for yourself. And it is because you're weighing too heavily what other people think, how other people might feel. And then burnout and stress. How long can you take in other people's energy, weigh other people's thoughts, try to prevent things from happening before they happen, before it takes a toll on you? Your body is going to naturally kind of like start to break down in your mind. You're going to get tired. So, I mean, that's just common sense, right? All right. So, some more common traits of a dependent mindset: needing repeated reassurance, being uncomfortable when you are alone, avoiding disagreements, or having an inability to disagree with or argue with other people, not able to get angry, difficulty making decisions, when you're overly sensitive to criticism, submissiveness, you again avoid disagreements and have a difficulty starting projects. Based on energy levels, which I'll talk more about, this is a level 1. And again, that level 1 energy thoughts look like this. So listen to this, be honest, because one of the ways for finding help and getting over this mindset, curing this mindset, is being honest with yourself. Excuse me. So, go back here. Make sure I'm being heard. Can I hear myself? Oh my God. This better not be not making noises. I have just been talking this whole time. Make sure I'm being heard. Can I hear myself? Okay. I can hear myself, but I wasn't hearing myself there for a while. Got me a little concerned. Oh my God. This better not be not making. Let me check YouTube. Because I am able to, I think, go back a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Mic is on. Oh, I see why people say, oh my God, is my mic on? Don't really want to do that. Let me turn that down so you don't hear that. Okay. I can hear me on YouTube. Okay. So an energy level 1 core thoughts. That is one of the 7 levels of energy that we have within ourselves. We have this fluctuating, our bodies, everything's energy. In the way that our bodies walk, we're spiritual beings, and we have this resonance based on our average resonant levels of thinking that produces a core amount of energy present in our bodies, like that gives off and receives back in matching. So a dependent mindset tends to be more look through the lens of victim and victimization. And so that decision paralysis, that inability to make a decision because you feel like like I can't do this without someone else. I mean, if that's a real belief for some people, this is no shame. I need to ask for permission before making decisions. Okay? What if I get it wrong? I need to please others to feel valued. I'm not capable of handling this on my own. I feel anxious when I'm alone. I need constant reassurance, and other people know better than I do. I mean, those are actual real thoughts. that someone with a dependent mindset could have going on unknowingly or knowingly, and even more. And that type of thinking, it produces a result in your life. The matching emotions that those thoughts produce, these type of emotions, they produce the emotion of, or feeling lonely. They produce feeling vulnerable, feeling a despair, having some grief, some sadness, feeling empty, feeling hopeless. And again, it shows up in your body with lethargy. You don't have like a whole lot of energy, and you can have fatigue, like you want to sleep a lot, get tired a lot. Can have digestive issues, weight gain, especially with the cortisol that is dripping. It helps you gain fat. And then trouble sleeping, just not being able to find a way to get some rest. So let's look at a circumstance where you have dependent mindset as a tendency. We talked about being disrespected. Where does that come from? How does that start? Your circumstance is going to be a neutral. We're not going to give any feelings into that. We're going to be looking for the thought, the feelings, emotions that are producing that result, and how to shift it. So the scenario is that you have passive behaviors. You tend to be very passive, right? And remember that your circumstances, they're going to trigger the thoughts, but you can always see things differently. But if you do not take conscious action on your mind, your circumstances are going to trigger thoughts. And then those thoughts are going to create your feelings. And then your feelings, they are going to drive your activity. And then your actions, they're going to create the results you get. So disrespected, you got disrespected. You're being disrespected. What thought could be producing that? I can't do this without someone else. People pick up on that. They pick up on that feeling, that emotion of powerlessness. And then the action is that you're passive. You defer. You listen to others. You don't trust your gut. You don't listen to yourself. And then you get taken advantage of. What can you do different? So how can you get the opposite? How can you be acknowledged positively? Because being disrespected is not being acknowledged positively, it's being acknowledged negatively. So, what you can do is just take that thought, because the one thing, of course, is you've got to be able to identify the thought. If you can identify one core thought, you can shift a whole circumstance and actually stop it from happening from you to you in your future, to eradicate it. So let's take this one thought. The one now that you have is, I can do this by myself. Even if you don't fully believe yourself, that is something that you can remember. That's something you can think about saying and thinking and trying it on. You're just going to try it on. You're going to be like, I can do this by myself. And just saying that, even if you don't 100% believe it, you feel encouraged. You don't feel powerless. You feel encouraged. You might even feel happy. And then what do? You take action. imperfect action. And others see you taking the action by yourself and they look at you differently. And they start to respect you. That is as easy. It does not have to be hard. Thinking it has to be hard is what makes people procrastinate and put things off. It does not have to be hard. It does have to be intentional. And you have to decide. You have to decide to try on a different thought and follow that emotion and that action. Okay? Have courage to do that. So, shifting your thoughts is going to be crucial for you to get out of a dependent mindset and to move into a growth mindset. To develop your independence, you want to start by identifying your values. That foundation that's really going to help you to be able to want to change your thought, to want to take the action, to want to feel different, is by knowing what you value and identifying what is your values, not somebody else's values they have for you or they taught you to have, but what is it that you really value? And getting clear and setting some clear goals based on your values, and then taking small steps towards achieving them. All of this is just something that you could do by yourself. On my quiz that I've created to identify the mindsets, if you get the dependent mindset result, you are going to get access to my Aim Smart, my values training, where I walk you through identifying your values and my goal setting. So, if you really want to make a life change, these are free. These are free ways for you to be able to make changes in your life. Now, let's talk real quick here about this is I have 2 coach training certifications, and this is the one that I received from iPet Coaching. So, there are 7 different levels. Let me get caught up here. All right. There are 7 different levels of energy. And these are 7 levels of consciousness. It's a way for you to identify where you're at. So that your energy level is noted as your average. It's the combined value of energy. Like I was talking about, the combined value of every thought. Now, I got the life coaching certification, and then I went in for the energy training. And so what we have is we actually have a very detailed, comprehensive assessment that weighs your thoughts and gives you your true average level resonating energy level. But in general here, what we have are the 7 different types of energy level. And so we're looking at number 1 because of the weight. Hard emotions and thoughts are heavier and they take up more of your energy, more of that cortisol that gets coursing through your body because of the thought. And what you want to do is you want to shift your thought by thinking differently. And that's how you can shift up and you can change what level of energy you're at. And how much time you spend in each one of these thoughts is of thoughts that you have in your mind it's how it's going to be the average of that weight on you for the day. And it is almost like a science because you're going to be matched with the experiences. Now, you can be a heavy go-getter and still have some victimization somewhere. If you've been raised like in the church like I have, or been raised, or grew up as a good girl, you're going to have a lot of dependency. It's not necessary though. You can be kind without being dependent. You can still be kind, and you can be sweet and nice, being assertive, and have so much self appreciation for yourself. So, these eye chart is another tool that we use to be able to establish and identify what your core thought is, what your core emotion and feeling is, what your action result is, to help you in each one of these levels to level up yourself based on some core emotions, feelings, and thoughts, and then where you are in your self transcendency, your self mastery, or just ego. So these are what my quizzes are based on as well. They're not just questionnaire, cute little questions that you take. They have a purpose. I am aiming to help you in the fastest, simplest way. So, what do you do? Here, let me give you some things to take home and use right now to overcome that dependent mindset. All right. Oh, goodness. Doing better. I remember one time I was just, my nose was just running so much in one of my lives until I'm teaching my body. I had said that I was coming to come back and start doing my trainings again and start coming back live, but I had to regulate my nervous system because I just got myself worn out. I'm getting stronger, so I'm able to come live more often now and not have allergy attacks. I'm also taking quercetin and vitamin C, so I'm feeling a whole lot better. That has really helped. So let's look here. Overcoming the dependent mindset. Well, you want to have healthy boundaries. They're very much key because you want to cooperate and be flexible, right? But you want to do that after. And here's where I'm going to be a little different. Do all of that shit after you've established your boundaries. Go ahead and establish your boundaries first. Get yourself set. Allow yourself to make some people angry. Let it be okay. And then once you've gotten to the point to where you can set a boundary and you can enforce a boundary, then you can start being flexible and cooperative. Assertiveness. And I do have a one pager, or I do have something that I created that's really nice that helps you develop assertiveness. And if you would like to have that, just put in the comments assertiveness, and I'll send you the link to that. But you want to develop assertive communication skills for sure. There's just certain ways that you can say things that aren't so scary, but are impactful. You want to be honest with yourself. If you are not honest with yourself and you're saying you have a growth mindset when you really don't, do you think you're going to achieve what you want in 2025? Because I'm talking to people that want to achieve something in 2025, not just exist another year. So be honest with yourself. And when you take my quiz, take it honestly. It's a short quiz, but it's an honest one. Seek support. Seek support from a licensed professional like myself, a licensed coach, a professional therapist, psychiatrist. Get some help and don't feel bad about it. That's how you restore your sacred femininity or masculinity. We've got different energy centers in our body and things that have been just run over and things we don't remember from being a kid that harmed us that we're holding. Our body keeps score. Excuse me, our body keeps score. And we have to transmute that energy. We've got to do some forgiveness. We've got to do some awakening, identifying. It's good work, but it's work. Values. Identify the values that what's important to you, not what's important to other people, but what's important to you. And then prioritize self-care because just in doing something, even if it's for 2 minutes, 1 minute, something that's for you, that serves you and you alone, it acknowledges. It's like giving yourself a pat on the back or your a spotlight where your flashlight where you're like, I see me, or holding it's like holding up a mirror, you know? So do practice self-care so that you can have these wish fulfilled desires of having peace of mind and feeling empowerment and strength and having free time, and acknowledgement, getting acknowledged and appreciated. Those are all wonderful things. And so these are solutions for you. These are things you could do for free. And then lastly, I want to invite you to take my free mindset quiz that I have created to help you identify whether you have a growth, a fixed and overwhelmed, or a dependent mindset. And again, yes, it's utilizing energy, leadership, and also my other coach training is hypnotism, NLP, a complete mindset coaching, another one, and a lot of energetic work. So, um, an EFT. I am a certified EFT specialist. So I consider these things because I think it's important to have a deep insight into how you think and how you feel and how you react to common and uncommon challenges. That tells a lot. And the point of understanding what your mindset is to help you overcome your fears and any fears that you might not even realize are there, and to grow your career or grow your business, grow your family, grow your love, grow your money faster than you did last year or you ever have. To regain control of your life and finish things. That feels really good when you do. Manage your time, manage your energy more effectively, feel more successful so that you can vibrate with that energy of success and embrace your potential. Unlock that potential. Go after opportunities. Get those new opportunities. So, yeah, I invite you to take my free mindset quiz. There's just simple questions, and you'll get immediate results and some actionable tips. What's that noise? 5 minutes or less training comes with the result of taking the quiz. Not only you get your results, but then you also get a 7-day, I think, is it 7 days or 6 days course I'm sending out every other day. The email can be read in 5 minutes or less, and it has some insights and actionable tips on each one. And if you have questions, you can actually hit, like many others have done, hit reply and talk to me. And I also offer a free um, session just to talk. It's not a sales. Um, it's a 15-minute free consultation to dig into thoughts if you need some help discovering a thought. And it's just to be of service and to help you. Now, honestly, I don't know how long I'll be able to keep doing that, but as of right now, I'm doing it at the second that I'm recording. And if you would like to have that link, it's in the description. And if you say mindset in the comments, I'll send you one personally, DM you. All right. So that is our dependent mindset. Next, we'll be talking about the fixed mindset. And if you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and put replay in the comments so I know you caught the replay. And let me know which actionable tip or aha you got from this training. And I think that's all I wanted to say today. All right. Well, Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.